How much should you eat on a vegan diet? How's it going, everyone? Happy New Year, happy January. I wanted to answer one of the most common questions I get here on YouTube, and that is, how much food, how many calories should people eat on a vegan diet? Now, this is assuming that you're on a healthy vegan diet. You know, a vegan diet can mean all sorts of things, but we're talking about a 100% whole food plant-based diet. So that's foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes. Those are the healthy foods. So as long as that is your base and that is what you're mostly eating, then I would say that eating until you're full is probably the best indicator for how many calories and how much food you should be eating. So of course this doesn't apply to everyone. Somebody that has been diagnosed with anorexia cannot go off the advice of eating until you're satiated. It doesn't apply to everyone, but let's say you are on a healthy whole food plant-based diet and you are a healthy individual, then I think eating until you're full is good enough. It has amazed me how much food I can eat ever since adopting this diet, this lifestyle essentially, because with my old habits and diets and lifestyle, I would always restrict. It was always careful how much you eat. Don't eat too much, you're going to gain weight, you're going to get fat. But since I've realized that all I need to do is eat healthy, I can pretty much eat until I am full. I don't have to restrict my calories. I don't have to leave the table unsatisfied. I can just eat until I'm full, until I'm ready to stop eating. And I think that's awesome. I think that's what we're all looking for. So yeah, in terms of what I used to eat before and what I eat now is insane, you know, comparing the volumes. Certainly my physical activity does contribute to that. You know, my body does want to eat more calories simply because I'm exercising more. And in fact, this year I have set a goal of reaching 10,000 miles on my bike. So I want to ride at least 10,000 miles till the end of the year. So that's definitely a big goal for me. And so increasing my fitness to that level is making my body require way more calories. So it always amazes me. I'll go out to restaurants and I'll order all this food, and I just look at the waiter's face when I order my meals, or even at grocery stores when I buy a bunch of bananas or potatoes or pasta or whatever, you know, it may be. And just looking at that cashier, it's like, what are you trying to feed, an army here? And I personally like to eat a diet that's higher in carbohydrates, lower in fat, because I've just simply found that that's what works best for me if I want to keep up my physical performance on the bicycle and have that amount of energy. So for those watching, you know, you want to know how much you need to eat. There's different ways to go about it. I mean, there's definitely some formulas out there, scientific formulas that you can plug in numbers such as your height, your weight, your age, and find out how much calories you need to eat that way. You know, there's the Harris-Benedict equation, the Mifflin-St. Jeor, to name a few. But, you know, numbers are not going to tell you exactly what you need to eat, because we're not robots. We're living animals. So there's so many variables besides just weight and height that are going to determine how much you need to eat. So I would just say there's definitely room for experimentation, not just with how much food or how many calories you need to eat, but also the types of foods. So I would try with, you know, foods that contain more carbohydrates, or you know, adding more vegetables to your diet, and just try different combinations and just try a variety of foods and see what works best for you. But for me, I found that eating until I'm satisfied, eating lots of foods that contain carbohydrates in plentiful amounts works best for me, works best for the fitness goals that I want to achieve, the energy levels that I want to sustain. So just a quick video to answer this very popular question. And I would say that when you do go vegan and start eating a healthy whole plant-based food diet, you are actually going to have to eat more calories than you ate before on a meat-based or a diet full of processed foods, because these healthy whole plant-based foods contain way more fiber and way less calories per volume than you would have been used to. So when you first go on this diet, you're going to feel like you're stuffing yourself. You may even have to force feed yourself just a little bit. That way you can get the same amount of calories as you would have gotten before. But after a while, you certainly get used to it, and you find out, exactly how much volume of food you need to eat. And why do I say eating until you're full? I think when you're eating whole plant-based foods, it's that fiber. The fiber is not going to let you keep eating food over and over again past satiation. It's actually very difficult. Try eating a bunch of potatoes. How far do you think you're going to get? Yeah, potatoes are full of calories, and they're one of my favorite foods. But after a certain while, the actual fiber is going to fill up your stomach, and your body is going to shut down your appetite. You're not going to want to eat anymore. So that's why I think it's a good indicator. Now, if you're eating processed foods or refined foods and foods that are just not simply whole anymore, then yeah, you may, sort of kind of cheat the system and be able to eat more calories. And that actually may be a good thing if you're, out training and you actually require way more calories. Like me, I like to drink a lot of juice because there's no fiber in it. It's just simply fruit sugar. And that's awesome. I benefit from doing that. But I'm just strictly speaking about whole plant-based foods. It's very, very difficult to eat past satiation. So anyway, I hope this video helps you guys. And if you have any more questions on this topic or any other topics relating to the vegan lifestyle or plant-based diet, send it down below in the comment section. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos on the vegan lifestyle. And we will see you guys in the next video.